Hello. This is the first episode of BTS Behind the Sketch.
Oh, I didn't know that's the name of it. That's great.
I just made it up. We're going to talk about the Sex and the City episode 1 sketch written by the Jimmy Fowlie. This will be like the DVD commentaries.
I'm sure there's people watching this being like, wait, what is a DVD? If you don't know what a DVD is, please comment.
Where did you get the idea of doing Sex and the City in 2020? Why?
What's going on right now, it's very stuff that's going on with social uprising and obviously the pandemic, there's no getting around it. But Carrie's kind of a person who in the city, she's at parties, she's at brunches, she's talking about guys. Not that she shouldn't, that's the show, but it's in some ways a little thin. And I think right now in terms of people kind of checking their own privilege and being how hard is your life really? She's such a great person to just kind of drop into this world.
All right. Well, you know what's funny about this part? This is totally LA. There's nothing about this intro that says New York.
Yeah, you shot this so well.
Well, I was using the Weeble Steadicam thing I got. It was the first time using it, so I really actually enjoyed it, and I really like this shot because that was an iconic Sex and the City shot.
On my YouTube comments, this woman goes, I was expecting when the car drove into the puddle that she would be covered, splashed in the amount of water. She's like, I was really disappointed. And then someone else goes, yeah, it was a big missed opportunity. I was like,
I think the one thing people don't understand, you try to schedule it and time it as best as you can to getting it done by a certain time because you don't want to keep people there for 7 hours.
Maybe for episode 4.
Hey, we'll hire a water guy. That last shot, I really loved that shot, and that was totally not intentional because it's so signifying the end of the intro. Yeah. That nice smooth motion that the Weeble S allowed. So,
this place is closed. Little Kiki's? No. Are you?
And Josh is so good. How do you know Josh? He's a Groundling. He's in Groundlings, right?
He's in Groundlings too. He actually got me into comedy. We went to college together, and he was like, "You should totally do comedy." I was like, "I don't think so. I'm actually kind of hot, and so I shouldn't really do comedy." He was like, you should do improv, and I was like, I really thought improv was so nerdy. I was like, I don't think that's for me. And then I eventually did it, and it changed my whole life. When you know how to improv or improvise, you can write. Because all writing is improvising in front of a keyboard.
When I used to take improv class, actually Jimmy was my teacher.
Yes.
When I took improv classes.
They're getting the full
ironically enough, after those classes, I would have my best writing sessions. Yes. Because I would be so tapped into my creative.
When you start writing or creating anything, a lot of times what happens is you judge yourself and you're like, oh, I shouldn't do that. Or there's a lot of people who have ideas, but they can't even put them out because they keep, they're blocked. And I think improv teaches you to just, what's the first thing that you think of? Just say it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Which we sit around and drink matcha tea for hours.
Oh. So how many times did Jimmy have to fall? There was 7 falls.
I just don't think I have a lot of falls in me, so when
then I think we do it 2 more times.
And then my favorite moment is when I get up and then I'm like, sorry. Why am I apologizing to him? I just fell.
I'm sure your job will come back. What do you do for a living? Carnival cruise director.
On iTunes had a whole category that's characters who break the fourth wall.
Yeah.
And it had in the queue American Psycho.
Oh, okay.
And the Muppets.
Wow,
so it's
perfect.
Who is ever you know what? I'm really in the mood to have the characters in the film talk to me.
I've got no money. I've got no income coming in.
That looks
I love that you had that
funniest
in.
look.
It's Paul is the king.
Editing and weird looks.
Exactly. There'll be literally he'll throw in the perfect look.
Even if it's this weird mannerism when we're not even shooting.
Yeah.
I'll just try to pull it out because I feel I could always use that for something.
Yeah.
And those are so true to life. People do the weirdest shit.
Yeah.
If they're eating and they have an hors d'oeuvre in their hand, nodding, shaking their head, they're in agreement.
How important is emotion to you with actors and
I think every actor's a little different, and I think especially in the comedy realm because I feel I do not primarily comedy sketches, but that's more or less what I've done over the last few years.
He does primarily comedy sketches. I don't know why he's trying to pretend he has all this drama. You know him.
I do 99% comedy sketches. Sometimes I'll try to roll and I'll tell them that, hey, we're rehearsing this take, and I'll film that take because I find that the rehearsal is better than anything they're going to do when we're rolling.
My heart was really breaking as I listened to this young dad with no style. Her perspective and her view is so drastically disconnected from you know, what most people are going through. And I love that idea of he's like in the middle of the rant and she's like, my heart was breaking, you know, which was a fun like line to come up with, like, because we came up with that after.
Yeah.
I am
Favorite shot.
I am literally broken.
That was really where
I'm literally broken.
Yeah, that's where that Weeble thing I got was really helpful because it made these shots really nice and smooth. And shots.
Is Weeble paying you to say this?
I hope they do. I hope they want to give me free products. So, a wink.
Love that shot. Amazing.
Work.
Yeah.
I think the sketch turned out really well. I was really happy with the
so
shots, and Josh and Jimmy are pros, so it was like really easy to get. What you kind of envisioned with the script and what we had talked about. Thanks for helping me out. Thanks for doing this.
Oh my God, thank you. You guys don't forget to subscribe.
Yeah,
follow.
subscribe, like, follow. If you want to hear about tips of making comedy sketches.
Or drag us in the comments.
Thank you so much for watching. All right, I don't know what that was. So.
Bye. I know it's so, you guys, I wish you could feel, I wish there was a way to transfer the temperature of this room to the viewers. Like, it is so hot. And Paul's like, come over, we're going to film this little thing. And I walk in, it's like a oven. It's just like, Jesus.
As I'm drinking like dehydration coffee.
Which, by the way, I brought him.